A fundamental aspect of using fall protection is understanding competent and qualified people. In this video, we'll explain what both these terms mean and how they apply to your fall protection strategies. Let's start with the OSHA definition. Competent person means one who is capable of identifying existing and predictable hazards in the surroundings or working conditions which are unsanitary, hazardous, or dangerous to the employees, and who has authorization to take prompt corrective measures to eliminate them.
It's that authority to take prompt corrective action that really makes somebody competent or makes them so that they're not so competent. Unless they have that authority to correct the hazard that they found, they can't be competent. The only person who can deem somebody competent is the employer. It's not up to a third-party training company or anybody else to say this person is definitely competent, even if they come through training. And there are a lot of different training classes that are out there. 3M offers a 2-day competent person class where they learn to identify hazards, inspect the equipment, take a test, and then we do it for a knowledge check at the end to make sure that they've retained what they've heard. Even after doing all that and being issued a card, that doesn't mean that they are competent unless they go back to their employer and the employer accepts that and recognizes them as competent. There are a lot of people out there who are very competent who have never been to any kind of a class because they know how to identify those hazards. They know what is right and what's wrong, and the employer has given them that authority to correct anything that they found that's not correct.
Qualified means one who, by possession of a recognized degree, certificate, or professional standing, or who by extensive knowledge, training, and experience has successfully demonstrated their ability to solve or resolve problems relating to the subject matter, the work, or the project.
Qualified person in fall protection means a lot of different things. It could mean an engineer, a structural engineer or a mechanical engineer who has been able to self-engineer horizontal lifelines or is able to look at the loads going into a concrete column or a wall or a form and say that yes, the way that this is situated, it can handle whatever the loads are that are going to be put into this, along with whatever else it had to support prior to that. Horizontal lifelines are probably where we see the qualified person in fall protection being referenced the most, because all horizontal lifelines have to be designed, engineered, and used under the supervision of a qualified person. And the manufacturers that manufacture even temporary horizontal lifelines use that same verbiage, that whoever is setting those up needs to be a qualified person. That doesn't mean they have to be an engineer. We don't need to have a structural engineer out there moving horizontal lifelines every hour across a deck. It means we need to have people who understand how to use that, how to set it up, how to make sure that they have the right clearance, how to make sure that the hazards on the workplace haven't changed in a way that as I move it from one place to another, I no longer am protected the way I was previously. And they also have to know when their qualifications run out, when they need to find somebody who is qualified to a higher level than they are. Are they questioning what the structure of a rebar cage is, or a column, or a wall, or a beam that they're going to connect to, and when do they need to stop, reevaluate, and maybe get at their qualified structural person in there to take a look at those situations.
If you would like to learn more about competent and qualified people in relation to fall protection, feel free to download our fact sheet below.